रान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभ तीर्थगोस्वामिने नमः। पतितपावन परम करुणामय परमाराध्यतम श्रील गुरुदेव नित्यलीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद श्री श्रीमद भक्तिवल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनकी अहेतु की कृपा प्रार्थना करता हूँ। परमाराध्य शिक्षा गुरु श्रील भक्ति विज्ञान भारती गोस्वामी महाराज जी एवं श्रील भक्ति निकेतन तुर्याश्रमी गोस्वामी महाराज जी के श्रीपाद पद्म में असंख्य कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए उनकी अहेतु की कृपा प्रार्थना करता हूँ। By the mercy of most revered Srila Gurudev, we have been discussing the glories of holy name since last few days. Now, in this second chapter, we were discussing about the glories of Haridas Thakur. Because the life of Haridas Thakur is Harinam itself. If we sing the glories of Haridas Thakur, means we are naturally singing the glories of the holy name. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu glorified the holy name through the life of Haridas Thakur. Yesterday we were listening that how this person Ramchandra Khan, who was so envious of Srila Haridas Thakur and who was not even hesitating to commit any kind of menial deeds which can defame Srila Haridas Thakur. But still Haridas Thakur was least affected by any of his efforts because he is on a very high position, on an elevated position in the devotion, in the loving devotion of the Supreme Lord. It is a very special thing that we have to understand that in this world everyone is restless, disturbed, disappointed, but actually one who is sincere, one who is devoted in the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, in his loving devotional service, such persons are never ever affected by any of the things happening. So we can see this in the life of Srila Haridas Thakur. He is so occupied, so engaged in chanting of the holy name, 300,000 names per day, that practically he finds no space where he can even think of anything else. I still remember one time someone was complaining about some devotee to most revered Srila Gurudev. After listening to all the complaints, Srila Gurudev asked him a question that he said, where did you find this much of time to speak or to discuss or to criticize someone else? Srila Gurudev says, I never had time. Where did you have this much of time? As Gurudev asked him this question, he felt shameful and then he just left the room. Gurudev says, if our mind is constantly engaged in the chanting and also in the loving devotional service of the Supreme Lord, it's very natural that we will never have any grudges towards anyone. And also we will never ever have any evil thoughts in our mind. Mind is always free, relaxed, fresh and peaceful. In fact, it will be blissful. The holy name is so powerful. Here Ramchandra Khan, he is not a kind of person who is devoted in chanting of the holy name. But Srila Haridas Thakur, he is constantly engaged in chanting of the holy name. So even though people may have some evil thoughts towards him, but as Srila Haridas Thakur, as they would approach Haridas Thakur, or Srila Haridas Thakur would go to them, immediately their heart, their mind, it gets purified and it becomes softened. And other than giving respects to Srila Haridas Thakur, no one could ever behave enviously towards him. Still there are some people like Ramchandra Khan. Being a great devotee, Haridas Thakur was a living example of all these excellent virtues. So, even the worst critic could not detect a weak spot in his character. This is one of the most interesting thing which was also seen in the life of most revered Srila Guru Maharaj, that even a person who is worst critic can also not find a single spot in the life of most revered Srila Gurudev. He lived such a kind of ideal, exemplary life. I remember one of our God brothers, he has an amazing nature that he even criticizes the Supreme Lord. He can even criticize Brahma for his creation. He can criticize Vishnu for maintaining the world, and also he can criticize Shiva for tamoguna, for the mode of ignorance. He can criticize anyone. He is a very interesting character. He can criticize any Guru Varga. He can criticize any God brother. He is such a kind of strange character. But such a kind of person also, I never heard him speaking anything bad about Srila Gurudev. He is such a kind of worst critic person. His nature is like that he has, in his heart there is no room for appreciating anything. Always try to find some defect everywhere. Even in God also he can find defect. Such a kind of person, he also could not find any defect, even any weak spot in the life of most revered Srila Gurudev, and finally surrendered onto his lotus feet. So anyhow, Haridas Thakur is like that. That's why Ramchandra Khan, he knew this very well. Not that he don't know, he knew this very well. So he thought he would bring a kind of moral disgrace of Haridas Thakur before those people, those who admire him. So if you want to break the person, you have to make a point, that you have to raise a point which disgraces the person in front of his admirers. So if the followers are broken, what happens if the admirers are broken? Then they believe that the person is broken. Especially these things happen in the life of people, those who are anchoring for pratishtha. It is not, they don't understand that these things are not affected to the great personalities like Srila Haridas Thakur. For they don't believe in Lokmat, means the opinion of this world or worldly persons. They don't believe they don't depend on any opinion of these worldly persons. Like Haridas Thakur and all other revered acharyas, those who depend on Krishna. But a conditioned soul, his sadhana, his everything totally depends on the admiration of these worldly people. If they have some good number of following, they always feel happy. If they don't have proper following, immediately their heart is broken. Their heart becomes broken completely, because that is their nature. So such a kind of person, those who are anchoring for money, association with opposite sex, and also the desire for name and fame, such a kind of people, they always think, they always understand in this way. But Srila Haridas Thakur, who is not dependent on any kind of admirers, whoever can admire Haridas Thakur, they are the one who are fortunate. So now what he did, so its biggest misfortune, unfortunate thing in the life of Ramchandra Khan, who has taken Srila Haridas Thakur to be a normal, ordinary beginner in devotional practice. He don't even know who is Haridas Thakur. As it is said by our acharyas that Vaishnava Chinite Nare Dever Shakati, even the demigods are not in a position that they can identify or understand the great personalities. So ordinary person, how can they understand? No one could understand. So he thought Haridas Thakur to be a weak-minded, emotional person, and who could be made an easy victim of temporary of these temptations of this world. He thought like him, he can be the victim. Haridas Thakur can also be made a victim of these worldly temptations. But he don't know that he is beyond this world. He is beyond this world and worldly temptations. Puffed up with the vanities of wealth, youth and rank, he did not understand the marvelous glories of devotees of Sri Hari, because he is puffed up. So that's why we have to understand very important thing, that we should only accept things which are minimum required for surviving. As we try to take more and more and more, our desire to enjoy keeps on increasing. As the desire to enjoy keeps on increasing, ultimately it only creates disaster in our life. I remember one devotee, in his earlier days he hardly had any money. As he started to earn money more and more, he started becoming very violent. So he is now very desperate in spending his money, and also very desperate in earning money in any way possible. Such a kind of disgraceful act should not be entertained. So that's why, how it comes, a person who has nothing, and if he gets something, immediately his greed keeps on increasing. And also those who are puffed up with whatever they have, they also always try very hard to maintain their position, to maintain their rank. So for that purpose, they earn more, they try to pull others down, whatever possible thing they always try to do that. So this person also is puffed up with his wealth, and also not only just wealth, youth and rank. He did not understand what is the glories of the devotees of Sri Hari. So what he did, having full faith in his newly invented plan, Ramchandra Khan secured the help of best prostitutes of the locality and asked them to spoil the character of Thakur Haridas. So this is what a cheap mentality minded person can ever think of. A person with cheap mindsets, they can only think something which is totally cheap. And cheap means, in fact, in a most fallen ideas. Most fallen ideas he can think of. Normal people can't even think such kind of things what these kind of people they can do. So Ramchandra Khan, what he decided? He decided to hire prostitutes for what? For the purpose of spoiling the character of Srila Haridas Thakur. If the character is lost, most revered Srila Gurudev would often say this: if money is lost, nothing lost. You lose nothing if money is gone. Unfortunately, today people are so attached to their money that they become disturbed if they lose some money. But great personalities, their vision is different. That's why Srila Gurudev, he says, if money is lost, nothing lost, you lose nothing. If health is lost, something is lost. Definitely if health is lost, something is lost. But what importance is given to the character? If the character is lost, everything is lost. We can see in this world today, even though the nation which has a very high quality heritage, culture, traditions, spirituality, everything, but still the people, those who are not sincere, those who are the followers of Malechha culture, Western culture, are always unhappy, always living a very miserable life. Always living a miserable life. The reason is because they are not in a position to take that standards. Now, this person Ramchandra Khan, he invented this plan that I shall put some prostitutes behind Haridas Thakur, and I know that he is emotional, and then he can be easily carried away by the temptations of this world. So that's why what shall happen, he shall fall down. When these prostitutes will approach him, he shall fall down. And what he did, he promised them. He promised them with huge rewards that I shall pay huge amount of money. The people in this world are like this only, so envious that they can go to any extent so that others can fall down. Just to make others fall down, they can go to any extent. What benefit you are getting? Nothing. They feel happy when others fall down. Even we can see this in devotee community also. There are some nice people, but unfortunately due to some reason if they fall down, because anyhow ultimately everyone is conditioned in this world. It can be conditioned in the mode of goodness, passion or ignorance. So because of that there is high possibility that the person can fall down. As the person falls down, you will hardly find a person who can encourage them, help them to so that they can uplift themselves and again come back on the right track. In fact, there are people who use a very sarcastic language or some critic language or something else or some disgraceful language and try to break the heart of the person and not allow the person at least to come back to a normal life. This is also one very big misfortune thing. We have to understand that a pure devotee or the person who is practicing the path of pure devotion will make sure that he will not make any such attempt which makes him fall. But if some reason, if the person falls down, there should be people, the devotees should be in such a way that they support the person, encourage the person, help the person so that he can come back on track and again be a very good devotee. This culture is not there from today. Even in earlier days also people were like that, like people like Ramchandra Khan. They don't want to see some other person is being glorified. So he doesn't want to see that Haridas Thakur is glorified. He just want by hook or crook, he want Haridas Thakur to fall down. Such a kind of evil mindset. So now he is ready to pay huge amount of money and also do whatever thing is possible. So even though he approached many prostitutes, but all of them denied except one. Only one prostitute accepted the proposal. So what happened? So this person Ramchandra Khan, what he did, he wanted her to carry few people along with her, so that he wanted Haridas Thakur to be caught red-handed by everyone. But she denied the proposal and she wanted to go by herself. So she said that she would take the people on her second visit. So what happens now? This young prostitute, tempted by the huge offer of Ramchandra Khan, started on her great adventure. So she dressed up very nicely she decorated, and then what she did, so she came to the place of Srila Haridas Thakur. So what happened there? It's so nice place, the place of the pure devotee where the holy name is chanted. What it is happening there, it's always calm, and also that place is surcharged with the holy atmosphere. So it's not like just a forest. It is a forest, but because Haridas Thakur is staying there, and then he is chanting the holy name there constantly every day, and the area got transformed by the divine aura of Srila Haridas Thakur. So which was never like before. As we have discussed, that as the Lord entered into the womb of Mother Devaki, immediately her beauty, her complexion, everything is transformed. She appears more divine than before. In the same way, Haridas Thakur also, where the place where he is sitting and chanting the holy name, it has become a very special place. His ashram, his hut, his bhajan kutir, inside and outside, both have completely changed. The atmosphere has become completely transcendental. And what he is doing there? Haridas Thakur, he is not a kind of personality, not that he is chanting the holy name and his mind is diverted in many different directions. Haridas Thakur, who is fully focused in the chanting of holy name, engaged in the chanting of holy name. He doesn't have any other diversion. Each and every Naam chanted by Haridas Thakur is Shuddha Naam. Not that he is just chanting 300,000 names of the Lord every day, 3 lakhs of Harinam, but actually all those 3 lakhs of Harinam chanted by Haridas Thakur, every name is purely Shuddha Naam. It's not Namaprad, it's not Namabhas. That's why he is Namacharya. Who can chant Shuddha Naam like this? Not possible. And one who is chanting the Shuddha Naam, as we all know, by the effect of Namabhas only we get liberated from everything. So Haridas Thakur, because he is chanting Shuddha Naam, pure name of the Lord, he doesn't have any external consciousness. He is completely relishing the transcendental bliss and chanting the holy name. That's his speciality. He was chanting incessantly the name of Godhead with a deep concentration. Because he is in trance, he is in deep concentration, very nicely chanting, very sweetly he is chanting. And that is what that was seen. It was exactly at this time the young prostitute reached him. She came at this point, and so anyhow she was not a stranger to this culture of visiting the great personalities. So just because she is being paid a huge amount of money, she decided to go to Haridas Thakur. But actually she knows the culture, everything. That's why as she approached him, Haridas Thakur is sitting near Tulsi and then chanting the holy name. She offered her pranams to Tulsi and also she offered her pranams to Srila Haridas Thakur. And what she did, she stood there a while. She then slowly sat down at his doorstep. She exhibited her body to Haridas Thakur in various gestures and postures. Because Ramchandra Khan is thinking that Haridas Thakur will be carried away by the temptations of this world. Now, this prostitute, this lady, she is trying to create a temptation in Haridas Thakur. That's why she came and she sat there, and also now she is exhibiting her body features and trying to attract him. She tried her best to make Haridas Thakur a prey to her wishes. But how it is possible? How it is possible for anyone to do like this with Haridas Thakur? Because he is all the time engaged in chanting of holy name. So she tried her best so that he can fall for her. She finally requested him that, "Oh sir, please listen to me. What you want? You are a miracle of beauty and in the prime youth. Which woman can resist her passion by your sight?" All these things, I don't want to go into that detail about what the prostitute was mentioning to Haridas Thakur, but we have to understand that she is praising his youth. She is praising his youth and she is tempting. She is using the words, very tempting words, and praising his youth just to make sure that he gets attracted and carried away by all her words. So what happened? Haridas Thakur, when he heard all these things, he understood. He understood everything, because she is requesting that, "I request you that you please accept me. If you don't accept me, it's impossible for me to survive." Especially one who has this lust desire, they become shameless and also fearless. Kamaturanam na bhayam na lajja, Trishnaturanam na patra shuddhi. They are people, they don't care when they feel the urge. So now this urge of lust is so dominating that she became shameless. And also Ramchandra Khan, who proposed to offer her huge amount of money, she lost her senses and now she is trying to provoke him, attract him. So she requested him, saying very shamelessly that, "If you don't accept me, for me it will be very difficult to survive, I can't live." So basically what she wants, she doesn't want any love. The only thing she wants is that physical intimacy and that pleasure of physical union. So now Haridas Thakur, after listening to these words, he is not disappointed. He understood her intention, what is in her mind. So very humbly what he says, he said, "I shall certainly accept your prayer. So but when I shall accept your prayer, I have no problem, I am ready to accept your prayers, but I have to complete my due number of rounds. Without chanting the holy name, without chanting the number of rounds, I even don't take my prasad, I don't eat even. So that's why for me it's difficult. First I have to finish the number of rounds. So if you allow me, if you can wait, I can just finish the number of rounds and then I shall definitely fulfill your desire. In the meantime, be seated here, you please sit here, listening to the chanting of holy name." He requested her, he asked her, "You just sit here, you please sit here and then listen to the chanting of holy name. Just listen, you don't need to do anything, and once my chanting is completed, immediately I shall fulfill your desire. No problem." And now, because he said this directly to her, this young lady is now satisfied. She thought, "I will definitely succeed in my mission now." She is confident that definitely she will be successful in her mission. So what she did, she felt that if I can wait for a moment, I shall definitely reap the result of all my, what happened, all my efforts. So that's why she very patiently accepted the proposal and sitting there and started listening to the holy name chanted by Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, after this, who continued to chant the holy name till morning, means he was chanting all night, not sleeping. So now this young lady, he was sitting there and waiting, and then the night passed. So even by the approach of early morning, she could not notice any sign of its coming to an end. How it is possible? Because Haridas Thakur had no desire to stop chanting the holy name. And also Haridas Thakur, he became very merciful upon this woman, this lady who is most fallen. So what he is doing, he is chanting the holy name all night. And then what happened? When she saw, she understood that now it's not going to happen. With utter disappointment, she is completely disappointed that all night is wasted, and then finally she returned back her home. So what she did, she came to Ramchandra Khan and she gave him all the details that what has happened, and assured him that you don't need to worry. Again tomorrow on the second day, she said, on the second day I shall definitely make our mission accomplished. You don't worry, because if he has no desire, why would he accept the proposal? But of course, because he is chanting the name, he could not finish his rounds, so no problem. But definitely I shall accomplish the mission, you don't worry. He said, okay. On the second day, this young lady, he approached him with a fresh hope, offered her pranams to Tulsi ji, offered her pranams to Haridas Thakur, and then what she did, she came and she sat there. Haridas Thakur, he looked at her and then started speaking with a very soft words. What he said, I am so sorry that yesterday you had to return with disappointment, but you please don't be displeased by me. I am so sorry, but you please don't be displeased. I shall definitely fulfill your desire. So I shall accept you. So no need to have any doubt. He is also assuring her. Vaishnavas are very clever. Pure devotees are very clever. They have their own way. The way when we hear this conversation, we understand, like an ordinary person can't even imagine what's happening in the mind of Srila Haridas Thakur. He definitely thinks that Haridas Thakur is tempted by her, and then he definitely wants to meet with her. The way Srila Haridas Thakur is responding to her and receiving her. But again he says that I request you that you please wait for some time till I finish my number of rounds. Again second day also passed. And now the same thing happened. Then Haridas Thakur said, please don't be hopeless. Tomorrow for sure I shall fulfill your desire. I shall definitely fulfill your desire. Please don't be displeased. Full of hopes of success in her plan and with renewed enthusiasm, this lady, she reached the hut of Haridas Thakur on the third day also. Interestingly, first day and second day, she is sitting near Haridas Thakur and listening to the holy name chanted by Srila Haridas Thakur. And finally on the third day, with a fresh hope and with fresh enthusiasm, she reaches to the hut of Srila Haridas Thakur. And it's a lonely place. She reaches there, and then what happened? She repeated the same thing like the previous day. She did pranams to Tulsi Maharani and also to Haridas Thakur, and sat there and started listening to the chanting of holy name, which and what she is doing, and now she is repeating the same. Of course, as you keep on listening to one thing for many number of times, many number of times, naturally you also starts to recite, you also starts to repeat what you are listening. That's a habit. So now all the night listening to the holy name from Haridas Thakur repeatedly. Now on the third day she also started repeating the holy name behind him. She is chanting the holy name behind Haridas Thakur. And what happened? She was happy. She was very happy that her desire is fulfilled on the same night. But at the same time she is repeating the name of the Lord. And what happened? What a tremendous change was seen. It was a miracle or a dream, you can't even imagine. That this lady, by chanting the name all the night in the holy company of Haridas Thakur, the sinful heart of this young woman was completely changed. That's why it is said, Satam prasangan mamavirya samvido. Transformation only comes when we chant the holy name in the company of pure devotees. When we listen to the Harikatha of the pure devotees, then only the transformation comes. If not, transformation is never felt or experienced. That is the speciality. Haridas Thakur proved that he is such a great, highly elevated spiritual personality, and also he proved that a person, if can sincerely chant the holy name, utter the holy name under a pure devotee, under the shelter of pure devotee, life is naturally transformed. This prostitute is not just a prostitute, she should be considered as a spiritual master who by her own example taught the world. You may have some wrong intentions in your mind, you may have some bad intentions in your mind, but if you can approach a pure devotee, if you can surrender to a pure devotee, or at least you can just sit in the company of pure devotees and try to chant the holy name, by the mercy of pure devotee and by the mercy of Nam Prabhu, the most sinful person also will definitely change. That is the speciality. So this lady who wants to spoil his character, what happened? Her heart transformed completely. She became completely free from all kinds of sinful desires. Her heart is very sinful, very cruel, only thinking of money. As a result of money, acquiring money, she is not even hesitating to spoil her character, and also not even hesitating to spoil the character of a pure devotee. So what happened? Her heart was completely changed. Not that she begged forgiveness from him for the offense she has made, but her heart completely changed. As a result, what happened? Her mind completely changed, that she is no more a prostitute now. It's not that she just said sorry to him and then she went back to her past life. She quit her past life completely. Her life is completely transformed. That is the speciality of pure devotee. He is protected by the mercy of the holy name, and also by his mercy, whoever comes to them, they are also protected, rescued from this wicked thoughts and lifestyle, everything. What she said? She fell prostrate at his feet and confessed to him. She fell on his feet and confessed. She said, please forgive me. I am an offender. I have committed a sin. I have committed an offense. Only because of the evil plan made by Ramchandra Khan. What I have done, that I have come to spoil your standard, your character. She said, I am worst of the sinners. Being a prostitute by profession, there is hardly any sin that I have not committed. I could not understand that you are not an ordinary person. She says, I am the worst person, but I could not understand who you are. What happened? Under the sinful instructions of this person, Ramchandra Khan, what happened? I have shamelessly turned all my efforts to contaminate your devotional heart. How she is revealing all these things? How come she is revealing everything to him? Because a pure devotee is like that only. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you want the Supreme Lord, if you want to be happy, what you have to do? Cheto Darpanam Marjanam, you have to cleanse your heart first. How we can cleanse our heart? He says, Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. By the process of chanting the holy name, one can easily cleanse his heart. But we don't have that desire, that interest to chant the holy name, then how our heart is cleansed? And also because of our ulterior motives, what is happening? The name we are chanting is not pure. When the holy name we are chanting is not pure, how it can cleanse our heart? That is also not possible. That's why it is said, if we really want to cleanse our heart, the best thing we can do is to sit in the company of pure devotees and listen to the holy name recited, chanted by them, or sit in front of the pure devotees and then start chanting the holy name. Haridas Thakur also set an example by showing that he is sitting in front of Tulsi Maharani and chanting the holy name. We should all, the best way to chant the holy name is to sit in front of the devotees and chant. And also the best way to chant the holy name is to repeatedly listen to the holy name chanted by the pure devotees and follow them. As a result, this transformation comes within our heart. So this Lakshahira, this prostitute who has come there with some other intention, imagine a lady with some other motive and intention sits and listens to the holy name from the lips of pure devotee. Her life is transformed. If someone sincerely try to approach a pure devotee, how can our heart is not transformed? How can our heart will not become pure? It's impossible that it will remain contaminated even after that. This is what we have to understand very clearly. For 3 consecutive days, she continued her efforts, not 1 day or 2 days, 3 days. She tried very hard. And what happened? But she could not put her impact on him. In return, his spotless, devoted nature, his devotion has worked on her and transformed her life completely. That is the speciality. So what happens? By singing the holy name in your company, all my evil propensities are totally destroyed. All the evil propensities are destroyed completely. Why? How come it happened so quickly? Because she did it in the company of Srila Haridas Thakur. When a person does this in the company of pure devotees, everything is possible. And how Haridas Thakur attained that position that he can transform our life? Only through the help of Harinam, the holy name of the Lord. He is Namacharya. He is practical teacher. He is the Acharya. He practices and then he preaches. Such a kind of Acharya of the holy name. A holy name is so potent, if anyone can take shelter of this holy name, his life is completely transformed. His life is completely changed. And this lady proved herself that because she has taken shelter in the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur, her mind completely changed. All her evil thoughts have changed. So not only in case of Haridas Thakur, now she doesn't want to continue such kind of fallen lifestyle. So now she says, please be merciful on this fallen soul. Now she is requesting Srila Haridas Thakur, I understood. So now because I have offended you and also because of your mercy I understood what is my life. So now I request you that you please have mercy on this fallen person. Haridas Thakur was ever kind and sympathetic to all the fallen souls. So what happened? Haridas Thakur, a pure devotee, has this nature, and if the pure devotee is Haridas Thakur, then it is very natural that he has this compassion for all these people, sympathy for all these fallen souls. So when this lady is crying, falling on his lotus feet and begging for forgiveness, what happened? His heart got carried away. Now his heart got carried away. He became very merciful. He is already merciful, but now the mercy starts to overflow from his heart. And what he did? He has forgiven her completely. He never thought even for a moment about the activities of this lady, what you are doing, for what you have come. He was like not even thinking for a moment and not even feeling bad in return. He was so mercifully forgiving her. And what he did? And he has forgiven her completely, and he says, I am fully aware of all these evil thoughts of Ramchandra Khan. Not that I don't know. I know his intention. I know the purpose of you coming to me here. That's why I stayed here. He says that it is only because of you I stayed here. She thought he don't know, but he says it's actually because of you I stayed here, because I know the evil thoughts of yours as well as the evil thoughts of Ramchandra Khan, who has proposed you and sent you here. So anyhow, if not, I would have left this place on the first day if you would not have come here. You have come here, so I understood your intention, and that's why I stayed here for 3 days. And then Haridas Thakur has forgiven her, and what happened next we shall discuss it tomorrow. Today we just let Lakshya Hira beg forgiveness from Srila Haridas Thakur, and we will see what Haridas Thakur has to bless her tomorrow. Jai Radhe Shyam, Hare Krishna.